dates, times, and locations of your future hearings. All right. I am assuming that we have counsel for Mr. Jones on the phone. Is that correct?
That is correct, Judge. Chris Culver's here for that one.
Okay. And Mr. Garcia, are you also available?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. Perfect. All right. We'll go ahead and call David Jones then, please.
Take over, Jones.
All right. All right, Mr. Jones, go ahead and state your name.
David William Jones.
And Mr. Jones, what is your date of birth?
April 24, 2002.
Thank you. All right. All right, I'm going to, I understand, Mr. Jones, that you have been receiving some medical care and that has delayed your appearance here in before IA court. I'm going to go ahead and make a finding of extraordinary circumstances pursuant to State v. Brown with respect to the time of the initial appearance hearing, based upon the information provided by the arresting agency, which will be attached. Defend your need for medical care prevented you from participating in an initial appearance hearing within 24 hours after arrest. All right. Mr. Garcia, would you like to make your appearance on behalf of the state?
Thank you. Good evening, Your Honor. Stephen Garcia on behalf of the state.
Okay. And on behalf of Mr. Jones?
Yeah.
Good evening, Your Honor.
Okay.
Good evening, Your Honor. Chris Culver standing in for Jim Simpson for Mr. Jones.
Okay. And I'm sorry. Oh, Mr. Colbert. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. All right. All right, Mr. Jones, you are here this evening because you have, it is alleged that you committed the offenses of murder in the first degree, a Class 2 felony, burglary in the first degree, a Class 2 felony, and aggravated assault, a Class 2, aggravated assault, a Class 3 felony, and endangerment, a Class 6 felony. And I'm going to amend what I said. It is one count of attempted murder in the first degree, a Class 2 felony. And I apologize for misspeaking before. Based upon the information contained in the Form 4, I am inclined to find a probable cause, but I will hear argument from the state, Mr. Garcia.
We waive argument, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Colbert, anything on behalf of Mr. Jones?
Your Honor, on the Form 4, it shows the offense date of 2023. I would assume that's a typo, but I don't know that 2 years later is sufficient time, even though you found exigent circumstances. I would find, based on the errors in the Form 4, that there's no PC for the alleged offense.
Okay. And I did see that as well, Mr. Colbert. Based upon the narrative in the Form 4, which refers to the incident occurring on November 7th of 2025, I too was under the impression that it was just a typo. However, I'll go ahead and let Mr. Garcia respond to your concerns.
Thank you, Your Honor. I don't believe a clerical error rises to the level that would diminish probable cause. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right. I am, based upon the information, including the relevant date in the Form 4, I am going to, it does appear to me, as I said, that offense date of 23 is a typographical error, and the correct date should, in fact, be July 7th of 2020. I'm sorry, November 7th of 2025. Based upon the information in the Form 4, I am finding probable cause for the offenses that I listed. Now, Mr. Colbert, I did see your notice of appearance in this matter, and it is a limited notice of appearance. Are you anticipating that your firm will be appearing for Mr. Jones going forward, or should I go ahead and appoint him an attorney?
I believe that the family is going to retain, but I do not have that information at this point. So I think probably in terms of being prudent, it would be appropriate to appoint the public defender, and then we can always sub-counsel if the family does retain.
Sure, not a problem. All right, Mr. Jones, I am going to go ahead acknowledging that Mr. Colbert is appearing for you this evening in initial appearance court. I am going to go ahead and appoint an attorney to represent you going forward. However, you are free to retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. All right, I am going to go ahead and set hearings on November 20th at 8:30 and November 24th at 8:30. Both of those are in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am now going to consider terms and conditions of release. I'm going to start by hearing from the state. I am going to, before I do that, Mr. Garcia, I will mention that I have reviewed the state's recommendation, and I have also reviewed the victim's statement in this matter.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, the state is requesting a $1 million cash bond, and if he is able to post it, we're asking that an ankle monitor be required to be worn, as well as specifically the defendant not be allowed to return to the scene of the crime or have contact with any of the victims. Your Honor, where the state ends up on this is obviously the acts of the defendant pursuant to the Form 4 are egregious enough and demonstrate that the defendant is a danger to the victims and to the community. But beyond that, Your Honor, at this point, the victim, victim number 1 has survived the gunshots. Given that he survived, he is still very much in danger. Victim number 2, being victim number 1's significant other, as well as the defendant's ex, is still very much alive, thankfully, and in danger of the defendant as well. And based on the documents, it does appear that the defendant and victim number 2 had a 16-month-old in common, and that toddler is also at risk of the defendant's behavior. Obviously, Your Honor, given the circumstances, it appears the defendant showed up at the victim's residence or at his ex-girlfriend's residence, shot her current boyfriend in the arm, then pointed the gun at her, and then shot, and then her boyfriend was able, the defendant then pointed the gun at the current boyfriend again, shot twice, hit him in the chest this time, in which he causing this victim to fall to the ground, sitting down. The defendant again pointed the gun back at his ex-girlfriend, saying for the second time that it was all her fault. And miraculously, the current boyfriend got up, was able to get in between them, but again got shot, but this time got shot in the head, requiring emergency surgery to his head. Then the defendant turned the gun to himself after that and shot himself. So, Your Honor, given the circumstances, this family is still in grave danger of the defendant. So with that, we're asking for a $1 million cash bond. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Colbert, on behalf of defendant.
Thank you, Your Honor. This incident happened in the far West Valley. My client is going to and does reside with his parents who live in the far East Valley. That is a considerable distance apart. My client, as you can see from his appearance, is going to need significant ongoing medical care as a result of his injuries. That medical care is going to far exceed what correctional health services is eligible to do or available to do in a correctional setting. I would ask for a realistic bond that can be posted so he can get out and attend to the medical needs. His parents are very involved. His parents have retained the firm and have been talking to the firm since this incident happened. It's been about, about a week now since this happened. He has been in the hospital receiving care for his injuries as well. He does have ties to the community. As I said, his parents live here. He lives with his parents. The most important thing here is his ongoing need for medical care. His injuries are permanent. He does have permanent blindness, and the other injuries to his head, as you can see, where they're under the bandage. He will need significant ongoing medical care to treat that. Again, something that cannot be attained or done in the setting of the jail. So I'd ask for a reasonable bond, 100,000 cash, that his family can post and he can get the medical care that he needs.
All right, thank you. I appreciate the argument of both counsel in this case. However, due to the very violent nature of this particular incident, as set forth in or as alleged in the Form 4, and due to continuing concerns about potential danger to the community at large, but also particularly to the folks that were in the apartment that night. I do find that the state's request for a cash-only appearance bond in the amount of $1 million is appropriate in this case. In the event that Mr. Jones is able to post that bond and secure his release, he would be subject to electronic monitoring, house arrest. He is not to return to the scene of the alleged crime. He's not to have any contact with any alleged victim. He's not to have any contact with any complainant or witness. He's not to possess any weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription, and no alcohol. He's also going to need to obey the terms of any order of protection or order of harassment that it has been or may be issued in this case. All right, Mr. Garcia, anything further from the state?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Colbert, anything further on behalf of Mr. Jones?
Nothing from the defense, Judge. Thank you.
All right, thank you both for appearing. All right, Mr. Jones, we should have your paperwork for you. If you want to go ahead, step to the left. Officers will have that.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Martin, Jamie, please. All right, Mr. Jamie, go ahead, state your name.
How are you today?
I'm all right.
Good.
All right, Mr. Jamie, go ahead, state your name.
Martin Joseph Jamie.
All right, Mr. Jamie, what is your date of birth?
Date of birth is 7/23 of 1958.
Thank you. All right, sir, you are here this evening because you were arrested earlier today on charges of preventing or interfering with use of a telephone in an emergency, a Class 2 felony, criminal damage, a Class 6 felony, and assault, Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for all of those. I am appointing you an attorney. I am setting hearings on November 20th at 8:30 and November 24th at 8:30. Both of those will be in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court.
Okay.
In your matter, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of, give me just a second, $5,000. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you would be subject to certain pretrial release conditions, including electronic monitoring. You're not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with the alleged victim or any complainant or witness. You're not to possess any weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription, and no alcohol. You would also need to obey the terms of any order of protection that may be issued. You may not reside at the same location as any alleged victim or go to the alleged victim's residence, even if you are an owner or renter of the residence. If you presently reside with any alleged victim, you must find an alternative residence. You can arrange for one civil standby with law enforcement to collect any essential belongings. Do you have any questions?
Miss, on the bond,
A $5,000 secured appearance bond.
I have to post that today?
You don't have to post it today. You do have to post it before you would be eligible to be released.
Because the only thing is me and my wife got in a disagreement, and she has got my credit cards, and she's not going to give them to me, or I post a bond. It's a bad situation I'm going through right now.
All right. Well, go ahead, step to the left. Officers have your paperwork for you.
Okay.
Jasmine Lopez Gonzalez, please, and then Antonio Aldana. All right, Ms. Lopez Gonzalez, go ahead, state your name.
Jasmine Alejandra Lopez Gonzalez,
And Ms. Lopez Gonzalez, what is your date of birth?
12/10/2001.
Thank you. All right, ma'am. You are here this evening because you were arrested earlier today on charges of possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, and unlawful flight from law enforcement, a Class 5 felony. I did find probable cause for both of those. I am appointing you an attorney. I am setting hearings on November 20th at 8:30 and November 24th at 8:30. Both of those will be in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In your matter, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $1,500. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you would be subject to certain pretrial release conditions, including alcohol and drug testing and electronic monitoring. You are not to possess any drugs without a valid prescription, and you are not to possess or consume any alcohol. All right, go ahead, step to the left, officer has your paperwork. Antonio Aldana, please, and then Adriana Salmons. All right, sir, go ahead, state your name.
Antonio Elias Aldana,
And Mr. Aldana, what is your date of birth?
October 5th, 1999.
Thank you. All right, sir, you are here because the Moon Valley Justice Court issued a warrant for your arrest for failure to appear in your matter stemming from a January 14, 2024 offense of driving with a suspended or revoked license. In that matter, you are not entitled to have me appoint an attorney for you this evening. However, you may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting a hearing on December 5th at 10 a.m. in the Moon Valley Justice Court. Will you go to that?
Yes, ma'am.
Based upon your promise to appear, I'm going to go ahead and release you this evening on your own recognizance. Go ahead, step to the left, officer has your paperwork. I should note, and I will note right now, that if you don't go to that hearing, another warrant may issue for your arrest, okay?
You enjoy the rest of your night.
Thank you. All right, Adriana Salmons, please, and then Richard Boase. All right, I tried. All right, Ms. Salmons, go ahead, state your name.
Adriana Salmons,
And Ms. Salmons, what is your date of birth?
06/22/89.
Thank you. All right, ma'am, you are here this evening because Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest in a direct complaint matter. That direct complaint alleges that on or about September 28th, 2024, you committed the offense of possession or use of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony. In that matter, I am appointing you an attorney, and I am setting hearings on November 26th at 8:30 and December 4th at 8:30. Both of those will be in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. Will you go to those?
Yes, ma'am.
Then based upon your promise to appear, I'm going to go ahead and release you this evening on your own recognizance. All right, if you do not go to those hearings, a warrant may issue for your arrest. All right, go ahead, step to the left, officer, here's your paperwork. Richard Boase, how am I doing? Am I getting closer?
It's just phones like the speakers.
Oh, okay. See, I was trying too hard.
Can I say something about my trial before we get started?
You can, but I'm going to suggest you might want to wait until the end, and then if you have any
Okay.
questions, we'll do it then, okay?
All right.
All right, sir, go ahead, state your name.
Richard Troivos,
And Mr. Bose, what is your date of birth?
1470.
All right, sir, you are here because the Arrowhead Justice Court issued a warrant for your arrest for failure to appear in their matter stemming out of a March 14, 2023 charge of exceeding the posted speed and reckless driving. In that matter, you're not entitled to have me appoint an attorney this evening. However, you may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting a hearing on December 2nd at 2 p.m. in the Arrowhead Justice Court. Will you go to that?
Yes, ma'am, if I know about it, which they didn't tell me about the last one I missed.
Okay, so I'm telling you about it now.
Okay,
December 2nd, 2 p.m., Arrowhead Justice Court, and you've promised to appear,
I
correct?
promise.
All right, based upon your promise to appear, I'm going to go ahead and release you this evening on your own recognizance. If you do not attend that hearing, another warrant may issue for your arrest. Do you have any questions?
No, I just wanted to say, I thought this case was thrown out. I was I was talking with the prosecutor back and forth, and we were trying to get the camera footage because I didn't believe I reckless drove. I know I speeded. So we were waiting on that, and he said, when I do receive it, it might be 6 years or 6 months to a year, I'll send it to you, and then we'll go from there. I never received a court date, never received anything since then. I thought they threw it out.
Okay, well, apparently that's not the case.
I guess so.
All right, go ahead, step to the left,
Thank you.
officer, as your paperwork. All right, Xavier Bright, and then Roy Austin. All right, sir, go ahead, state your name.
Xavier Bright,
Mr. Bright, what is your date of birth?
January 1st, 1996.
Thank you. All right, sir, you are here this evening because you were arrested earlier today on charges of criminal damage, a Class 1 misdemeanor. Give me just a second. All right. Okay. All right. I'm sorry. You're here because you were on charges of criminal damage, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for that. Due to the nature of those charges, you're not entitled to have me appoint an attorney for you this evening. However, you may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting a hearing on December 9th at 1:30 p.m. Will you go to that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, I have read the Form 4 in this matter, and I've also read the victim's statement in this matter. Do you and the alleged victim live together?
Yes.
Okay. So you may not reside at the same location as any alleged victim or go to the alleged victim's residence, even if you are an owner or renter of the residence. If you presently reside with any alleged victim, you must find an alternative residence. You can arrange for one civil standby with law enforcement to collect any essential belongings. You're not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with the alleged victim. And I'm sorry, we're going to need to reprint this. You are going to need to obey the terms of any order of protection that has been issued or may be issued. All right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So based upon your promise to appear, I'm going to go ahead and release you this evening on your own recognizance. As I stated, your next hearing date is December 9th at 1:30 p.m. If you do not attend that hearing, a warrant may be issued for your arrest. Okay. All right, we did need to reprint that paperwork, but we're getting it for you right now.
Thank you.
All right, Roy Austin, please, and then Roy Olivas.
Good evening, Your Honor.
Good evening, sir. All right, go ahead, state your name.
My name is Roy Austin.
And Mr. Austin, what is your date of birth?
October 15th, 1992.
All right. Okay, so you are here on two, I think they're both justice court warrants, but we're going to go one by one. All right, your first warrant is from the downtown justice court. That warrant stems from a December 16th of 2017 charge of driving with a suspended or revoked license. This is a failure to pay warrant. I'm not appointing an attorney for you in this matter this evening because you're not entitled to have me appoint one for you. However, you may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting a hearing in this matter on December 4th at 8:30 a.m. in the El Centro Justice Court. Will you go to that?
I promise.
All right. All right. So in that matter, I'm releasing you on your own recognizance based upon your promise to appear. All right. Now you've got a second warrant.
Okay.
And that second warrant is from the Agua Fria Justice Court.
Yes.
All right, that warrant is it's a post-adjudication, either failure to pay or comply with court orders in that case, and that stems from a September 3rd of 2013 charge of driving with a suspended or revoked license.
These charges have been kicking my butt since I was young. I'm not going to lie.
All right, well, this is a great opportunity to get it taken care of, okay?
Actually, dude.
Right, it is, because how long have you been in jail, or how long have you been here with us? There was a first arresting agency, right, and then that was a while, and then they brought you here, and now you've been here for 8 hours? Yeah, okay. And I'm imagining that you'd rather do something else?
Yes.
Okay, so get it taken care of. Okay, so in the second matter, I'm not appointing you an attorney because you're not entitled to have me appoint an attorney for you. However, you may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I'm setting a hearing on December 3rd at 10:30 a.m. in the Agua Fria Justice Court. Will you go to that?
December 3rd, so 3rd and 4th, right?
December 3rd on the second one, and it is December 4th on the first one.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
3rd and 4th.
Okay, and you'll go to
Be
both
here
of those?
both days. Both days.
Both days. Go to both of those?
Yeah.
Okay, show up, get it taken care of, don't come back and see me, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, go ahead, step to the left, officer has your paperwork. All right, Roy Olivas, please.
Hello.
Hello. All right, sir, go ahead, state your name.
Roy Estrella Olivas, the 3rd, 3805, my birthday.
All right. Sir, you are here because the Casa Grande Precinct 2 Justice Court issued a warrant for your arrest based upon a, oh my goodness, looks like a November 4th, oh wait, no, it's an October 10th, 2023 charge of reckless driving. And then that was the original charge, and now it's a failure to appear on those charges. Based upon the nature of those charges, you're not entitled to have me appoint an attorney for you this evening. However, you may of course retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting a hearing on November 19th at 8:30 in the Casa Grande Justice Court. Will you go to that?
Yes.
All right, and based upon your promise to appear, I'm going to go ahead and release you this evening on your own recognizance. You do need to go to that hearing.
Yes, can I say something?
Yes, sir.
If I will? I'm not gonna lie, it's hard being an adult, like transitioning from a young person to an adult. But I get like a lot of texts about registration of a car I'd never even heard of.
Mm-hmm.
Hearings, charges, I don't know what's real. And then going into prior to that, the warrant issued for my arrest is because of, I didn't pay my ticket on time, which it really confuses me, and I'm trying to do the better thing.
Okay.
Take care of it.
So, and I get that because everyone does get confusing texts, right?
Yeah.
This is real though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yes,
All right.
100% real.
All right, and the officer is going to give you paperwork, okay? And that paperwork will tell you the date, time, and location for the hearing. So you can make sure you go to it, so you can make sure you get this taken care of so you don't have to come back down here and see us all, okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Not that I don't want to see you, Judge.
No,
I
get it. All right, go ahead, step to the left, officer has that for you. All right, Eddie Hernandez, please. All right, good evening, interpreter. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you loud and clear.
All right, interpreter, this is Commissioner Campbell. I'm just going to ask, sometimes we have audio problems. If for some reason you can't hear us, I need you to let me know that, and I need you not to just hang up. Is that okay?
It's okay, ma'am. No problem. I will.
All right, let's go ahead and get started. Mr. Hernandez, go ahead, state your name.
Señor Hernández, mucho gusto. Mi nombre es Luis. Yo voy a ser su intérprete. ¿Me puede decir su nombre, por favor?
Eddie Valente Meléndez Hernández.
Eddie
Valente Meléndez Hernández.
Eddie Valente Meléndez Hernández.
Sí.
All right, Mr. Melendez Hernandez, what is your date of birth?
Muchas gracias, señor. ¿Me puede indicar su fecha de nacimiento?
01/01/81.
January 1st, 1981.
Thank you. All right, sir. You are here this evening because the grand jury in Maricopa County issued a warrant for your arrest.
Y el día de hoy está usted por acá porque la Gran Jurado de Maricopa tiene una orden de arresto. ¿De acuerdo?
That arrest warrant is based upon allegations that on or about July 4th of 2023, you committed the following violations.
Y esto es porque en julio 4 de 2023 usted cometió las siguientes violaciones.
2 counts of aggravated assault, class 3 felonies.
I'm sorry, this is the interpreter. May I have that again?
2 counts of aggravated assault, class 3 felonies.
Dos cargos por asalto agravado y 3 delitos graves.
1 count of misconduct involving weapons, a class 4 felony.
Y de igual manera, un cargo por conducta inapropiada con armas, que es un delito grave de grado 4.
And 1 count of disorderly conduct, domestic violence, a class 6 felony.
Y de igual manera, también de conducta desordenada y asalto agravado.
All right. Hold on just a second. Hey, Carla. The charges that are listed in here don't match the ones in the grand jury warrant. Okay. All right. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Sorry, no, that was my misread. I apologize for that. Thank you. All right. All right. Based upon the Mr. Melendez-Hernandez, based upon the information that you provided to pretrial services this evening,
Si basado en la información que usted proporcionó a los servicios de prejuzgado,
I am finding that you are not indigent for purposes of appointing you an attorney.
I'm sorry, this is the Spanish interpreter. Can you repeat that?
Yes, I am finding that you are not indigent for purposes of appointing you an attorney.
Okay, entonces no tenemos pues la opción de poder indicarle un abogado.
As a result, I am not appointing you an attorney this evening.
Por este motivo, pues no le estamos pues otorgando la asistencia de un abogado. El día de hoy.
Sorry about that. You may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you.
Sí, de igual manera usted sí puede obtener un abogado, pero pagado de su propia bolsa.
I am setting a hearing on November 21st at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court.
Y entonces estoy poniendo una audiencia para el día 21 de noviembre a las 8:30, ¿sí? En la Corte Suprema de Maricopa.
Pursuant to that grand jury arrest warrant, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $3,000.
De igual manera, antes de esto estoy poniendo una fianza de $3,000.
In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you're not to have any contact with the alleged victim and you're not to possess any weapons.
De igual manera, si usted logra pagar esta fianza, no puede tener contacto con la víctima ni tener propiedad de ninguna arma.
All right, go ahead, step to the left, officer has your paperwork.
Si puede hacerlo, por favor, ahorita le van a dar su papelería.
Gracias.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Interpreter. We really appreciated your assistance.
It was a pleasure, Your Honor, and thank you for calling Outreach for your language needs. Hope that you have a wonderful day.
Thank you. All right, we have 2 house calls this evening. Our first house call is Benjamin Aguirre. Mr. Aguirre's date of birth is January 27th, 1995. Mr. Aguirre is here because he was arrested earlier today on charges of resisting arrest, using physical force, and class 6 felony, and aggravated assault, a class 6 felony, shoplifting, removal of goods, a class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for all of those. I am appointing him an attorney. I am setting hearings on November 20th at 8:30 and November 24th at 8:30. Both of those will be in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In Mr. Aguirre's new matter, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $5,000. Now, Mr. Aguirre is currently on probation, and in his case is CR 2025-107143 and CR 2025-112929. In both of those matters, Mr. Aguirre's new charges, for which he was arrested earlier today, would constitute an alleged Term 1 violation. In each of those probation cases, I am appointing him an attorney, and I am setting hearings on November 21st at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I'm also setting secured appearance bonds in the amount of $1,000. Our next house call is Shayla Black. Ms. Black's date of birth is March 9th of 2003. Ms. Black is before the court this evening because Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for her arrest based upon allegations that she violated her probation in her case CR 2024-142127. In that matter, I am appointing her an attorney, and I am setting hearings on November 21st at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I'm also setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. Finally, I will mention that Crystal Hosky was scheduled to be on this evening's calendar. However, Ms. Hosky, whose date of birth is November 18th of 1995, is still receiving medical care. So as a result, this matter is being moved to a later calendar to allow time for Ms. Hosky's medical condition to improve sufficiently to allow her to meaningfully participate in an initial appearance hearing. With that, that brings us to the end of our 8 p.m. initial appearance calendar, and we are going to stand adjourned until 11, and we are off the record.